We want to make sure we're completing each inhale before exhaling. Shake out any tension you may have in your shoulders. Relax the tension in your jaw. Continue those complete breaths. Let's go ahead and start to give our neck some movement, bringing that ear down to our shoulder and rolling our neck over to the other side. Let's keep the tension in our shoulders relaxed, keeping this movement strictly in our neck. Rolling that head side to side. Feel free to take that into a complete circle, opening up behind you. Making sure you go in both directions. Bringing that head back to center. Let's go ahead and add a few shoulder rolls, taking those shoulders forward. I want you to try to complete those circles. Really pull those shoulder blades back. Lift up to your ears. Reverse that circle when you're ready. Keeping our shoulders relaxed, let's go ahead and look over our right shoulder. Left arm crosses our body. Slowly opening up to the other side. Let's go ahead and rotate back to the front. I'm going to turn to the side, hugging your knees into your body. Let's go ahead and roll out our back. So rolling back and lifting into that seated position, doing that a few times on your own. Take your time here. Hands are just gently placed right below your knees. On this next one, we're going to stay on our back. Keep those knees in your tight ball and draw figure eights with your knees. Just start to open your hips a little bit. And reverse those figure eights. Keeping one knee tucked into your body. Let's go ahead and extend the other leg out in front of you. Start here. Let's just keep that knee tucked into our body. Eventually letting that knee open out to the side. Keep those hips pressed into the floor. Let's go ahead and bring that knee back into our chest. Place our foot on the floor and switch sides. Start with that knee tucked in and extend your leg out in front of you. When you're ready, opening that knee out to the side. Again, you don't want to let your other hip follow, so keep the hip pressed into the floor here. Bring that knee back into your chest. Place your foot on the floor and slide out in front of you. We're going to turn around to our bellies. So go ahead and just use your feet. Roll over to your belly. Place those hands and forearms down to the floor. The fronts of your feet are flat. On your inhale, let's just lift and open. We're not going to hold ourselves up here. Exhale, release. Using your low back to help lift. And exhale. They're just small movements here. Inhale, lift. And exhale. On this next one, feel free to hold yourself up into your modified cobra or your full cobra. Press down through the floor, strong through the shoulders. Lifting those hips up and pushing them back into child's pose. On your inhale, I kind of want you to wave forward through tabletops. Either drop those hips into your cobra or release to those forearms for your modified cobra. And wave those hips back into your child's pose. I want you to continue doing this at your own pace here. Inhale as you lift forward, drop those hips. Exhale as you push those hips back. Press through those shoulders, keep those arms reaching forward. Follow your own breath here. Feel your spine wave through the movement. Bring that movement up through the shoulders. I want you to do this one more time. We're all going to meet back in child's pose. On your inhale, I want you to shift your weight forward for your tabletops. Make sure those knees are in line with your hips. If you look between your legs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. So make sure those feet are not coming in. Strong shoulders, pulling them down and away from your ears. Let's go ahead and kick that right foot behind you. Forward. Notice it's tempting to want to drop your hip. Let's keep that hip level. Imagine you have a glass of water on your back here. We're gonna lift and point that toe to the back of your room or the back of your space. Keep that spine and core tight. Keep that water balanced. Exhale, release that toe and then your knee. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Start kicking that toe back. Find that nice tight core. When you're ready, squeeze with the glutes as you lift off the floor. Both hands are flat here. Go ahead and release toe and knee. We're gonna add a step here. So this time we're gonna step back with that right foot. When you're ready, squeezing and lifting. Here's your challenge. I want you to keep that foot lifted. Keep that core tight as you bring that leg out to the side and release. Go ahead and sit back on your heel with that leg extended. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Here's your challenge. Let's raise that foot, stay tight with the core, raise that leg, kick behind you, release with the toe and release with the knee. So this time I'm gonna face forward just so you can see it from a different angle. Stepping back with the left foot. So I'm now not mirroring you. Kicking that leg, squeezing with the glutes. Here's your challenge, extending, keeping that leg extended before releasing down to the floor and sitting back on your heel with that leg extended to the side. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Challenge yourself, raise that leg off the floor, kick it behind you, and release with your toe and then with your knee. From that tabletops position, let's go ahead and tuck our toes under and lift our knees up and hips back for that downward dog position. Is your weight distributed equally onto all fours, or are you favoring one side? Can you adjust your positioning? Can you get your hips further back, your head a little closer between your shoulders? Let's bring that gaze up to our arms, our hands, and walk our feet up forward. Tucking our knees into our chest, let's slowly roll into standing here. Head is the last thing to come up. Exhale, I want you to push your hips behind you, swan dive, forward fold. Hands are either on the floor or on your elevation, whether you have a yoga block or you're using something in your house. We're gonna step back with our left foot, right foot steps forward, stays forward for our runner's lunge. Take a few moments, let those hips open, find that balance, make sure your heel is parallel with your front foot. When you're ready, let's take those hands away and lift into high lunge. Rolling your hips under, arms reach up. Your arms are out by your ears, but your shoulders are relaxed. want you to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's shift and step forward. Shake out those legs if you need to. Exhale your arms to your sides. Inhale, bring your arms forward. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. You are not following my pace. I'm your guide, but you're following your own breath here, whether you're going a little faster or a little slower than I am. This time, stepping back with our right foot, left foot stays forward, taking a few minutes to find that runner's lunge. Your feet are in line with your hips, so they are not one directly behind the other. When you're ready, taking those hands away, lifting into high lunge. Again, rolling those hips under. Arms are by your ears, shoulders are relaxed. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's swoop and step together. Shake it out. Exhale those arms to your sides. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. This time on your inhale, you're going to bring your gaze forward, lengthen through the spine. Look out in front of you. Exhale, release back into that forward fold. I know I'm talking fast today. I get too excited. Going back to our first side. So stepping back with our left foot, right foot stays forward for that runner's lunge. Big inhale, lift into high lunge. This time we're going to open up into warrior two. So allowing that heel to follow your hip. Your front knee stays strong over your front ankle. Reach those fingertips to opposite sides of the room. Rotating our palms to the ceiling. Let's slide that back arm down. Right arm reaches up or maybe slightly behind you, reverse warrior. I don't want you to put any weight on that back leg, especially on your knee. Inhale, lift back into warrior two. Extending your front leg as you release that right hand either to your yoga block, your leg, or maybe down to the floor for triangle. Let's use this time to find our breath. As we place our left hand back to the floor, our hip and our heel is going to follow. So now we're facing the front. I'm going to take a small step forward. You may need to too. We're in our pyramid. Big inhale, step your feet together. Tuck your knees into your chest. Let's roll slowly into standing. Big breath here at the top. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, bring that gaze forward, lengthen. Halfway up, exhale, release down into that forward fold. I know we're moving a lot faster today. I don't know what happened to the music, so I apologize about that. This time stepping back with our right foot, left foot stays forward, runner's lunge. Taking those hands away, lifting into high lunge. Exhale as we open our hips, heel follows into our warrior two. Strong through that front leg, keep those glutes, pushing that front knee out to follow your ankle. Palms lift up. Exhale, release and raise that left arm either up or slightly behind you. Again, no weight on that back leg. Reverse warrior. Inhale, lift, warrior two. Exhale, open triangle. Again, modify as you need to. Right arm should be lifted to the ceiling or to the sky, not reaching forward. Exhale, release that hand down to the floor as you rotate your hip, knee and ankle to the front. I'm going to take a small step forward for our pyramid. Take a big step forward for that forward fold. Hands are on the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Hop or step back into plank. Very gently release those knees down to the floor and push your hips back for your child's pose. Use this time to recenter. Rock those hips side to side. Take deep breaths. Inhale, shift our weight into our tabletops. Tuck those toes under, lift your knees up and hips back for that downward dog. And let's walk those hands back up. Walk your feet up to your hands. Excuse me. Rolling slowly into standing. Big inhale here at the top. Exhale your hands to your sides. We're going to go into our balance or warrior three. So I'm going to stay to the side. It's a little easier to see this position from the side. I'm going to let you pick your standing or your starting leg. What I want you to do is kind of just find that connection with the floor with that starting leg. So I'm going to start on my left side. If you're mirroring me, your right side. Hips are level here. If you notice, your toes are kind of gripping the floor. You're using your foot, connecting. If you're doing it right, you'll notice your glutes engaged. So if you're kind of gripping the floor, that tension migrates up through the rest of our body. Once you find that connection, go ahead and allow that other leg to kick back. Notice how I'm not breaking that spine here. I'm hinging to follow that leg. I'm squeezing with the glutes, reaching those arms forward, or placing your hand on your thigh for support. I want you to take your time as you lift into standing. Can you do it without touching that foot to the floor? And release. Walk it out. My foot actually started cramping. That's how hard I was gripping the floor. We're going to switch over to the other side. So if you're like me and you did your easy side first, this should be your more challenging side. Or maybe you did the opposite. So gripping the floor, find that connection. Start here. Feel those glutes tight. Feel that core tight. When you're ready, kick that leg. Let the chest follow. Let the spine stay neutral. Squeeze with the glutes. Again, hands on your thigh or out in front of you. Very slowly, let's lift back into standing. Can you do it without touching your foot to the floor? If you cannot, that's okay. Just gives you a challenge, something to work towards. Shake it out. Deep breath in. Exhale your arms to your sides. Deep breath in. Exhale your arms to your sides. This time we're going to go down a little bit differently, starting with your chin. We're going to tuck that chin into our chest. Allow that spine to roll. Shoulders follow. Reaching down. Knees stay soft. Once you hit that forward fold, go ahead and step back into your plank. Gently release to those knees and sit back for your child's pose. Go ahead and walk those hands over to one side. And take it over to the other side when you're ready. Take those arms forward. Inhale, shift our weight into that tabletops. Go ahead and scoop back onto your glutes. Bring those feet flat to the floor. Hug that tight ball and roll back. Stay on your back. Keep those knees hugged into your chest. We're going to roll into small circles onto our mats. Let's see how perfect you can make your circle. Reversing when you're ready. Let's keep one knee tucked into our chest. Extend the other leg out in front of us. Reaching for the outside of that knee. Let's allow that knee to cross over, letting our hip release here. Opening our arm out to the side, opening that chest. Let's find that deep breath. Take your time to roll that leg back to center, rolling onto both hips, bringing that opposite foot flat to cross over for your figure four, opening up the inside of that thigh. Hugging from under on your thigh or hugging your shin, figure four. Slowly release. Uncross those legs, shake it out. Let's go over to the other side. Start with that knee tucked into your chest. Extend your heel out in front of you. Reach for the outside of that knee and bring it across your body. Let your hip release as you open your arm out to the side. Slowly roll onto both hips. Bring that knee back to center. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Cross over for that figure four. Open up the inside of that knee. And hug either from under on your thigh or from your shin. Placing that foot on the floor, go ahead and uncross. You can choose to stay here with your feet flat, knees caved in, or you can extend those feet out in front of you. I want you to place those hands on either side of your body, palms facing up, relaxing your eyes. Continuing your deep breaths.
Like nobody was watching, I got my city.
Your eyes relax. I want you to just start exaggerating that breath. Exaggerating the movement through that chest. Bringing those hands together, linking your fingers together. Just reaching up, pulling those shoulder blades off the mat. And then bringing those arms overhead. If your legs are extended, go ahead and bring them flat to the floor. And roll over to one side. Take a few moments, open your eyes. And when you're ready, press yourself back into that seated position you started with. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale. Big inhale, breathe in. So, one more time, connecting our hands into prayer. Exhaling our hands to heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone, and I will hopefully see you all on Wednesday. Thank you again. My name is Cassidy, if I don't know you, or if you're new to class. Have a great day, everyone.